lies.
Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I'll be giving you a note-laden review. So this week we have been on theme week, and it's Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi films. So I decided to take a look at the 1932 movie White Zombie with Bela Lugosi. Let's take a lot of notes on this one. Yeah, I've got family here and lots of distractions, so I just had to like write stuff down when I was watching it. But this is a Victor Halperin kind of well, it's a Victor Halperin movie. So we follow a couple that are engaged to be married, Neil and Madeleine, and they are in Haiti, and they're going to get married when they got there. But they're going to visit a wealthy plantation owner by the name of Charles Beaumont. And on the way, they bump into Bela Lugosi, and his character is Murder Legendre. Not sure the pronunciations of these, sorry. It's Murder, anyway, his first name. And he's actually a voodoo priest. And he runs a sugarcane factory, and it's run by zombies. Yeah, so Neil and Madeleine, they're and this coach, horse-drawn coach, of course. This is 1932. The film isn't set in 1932. I think it's, I'm not 100% actually when it's set. But anyway, yeah, there's this the coach driver, and he sees all these like people coming over the hill. He's like, zombies, and he like kind of like runs off, gets Madeleine's scarf. Murder was holding on to it at that point. A very, very creepy guy. Obviously the screen presence of Bela Lugosi is kind of, it doesn't outshine the others, but it's different. There's the period of the time, there's overacting, but his overacting suits the character very, very well. So anyway, they get to Charles Beaumont's plantation, and he has a kind of sinister alternative that he's actually in love with Madeleine and he wants to marry her. They meet a missionary on the island. What's his name? Bruner. Yeah. So he's this missionary. He doesn't really trust Beaumont. Charles, he thinks he's a bit of a shit. So he's like, be wary of him. And he's right, because like I said, he wants to marry Madeleine. So he actually goes and visits Murder with his plot. Well, his wish. And the plot is that Murder gets him to give Madeleine this potion, which turns her into a zombie, which ultimately kills her, and then will turn her into a zombie. So Madeleine dies, and she's buried, and they go back to afterwards, Charles and Murder, to bring her back, because that's how he gets all of his workers. As I said, they're at this factory. He kind of, there's the kind of the zombie, how they come back, the zombies, the zombie power is through voodoo magic. And like I said, he's a voodoo priest, Bela Lugosi, in this. So he has his, well, what else would you do to get these zombies? What could I do with them? Well, I use them to make some money. So like I said, he has his factory. This factory is really eerie and creepy, with like how the lighting is set and the sound. I mean, there's music, of course, throughout this film, but they cut the music for here. There's always dramatic music with films of this time and era. It's just focusing on the eeriness and creepiness. It's really, really well done. I really like the factory. Anyway, so Charles, he's regretting his choice. He's laden with guilt. This is not his Madeleine. Well, this is the one he wants. This is not Madeleine. Madeleine, sorry. So he's regretting this badly, but murder won't change him back. Won't change her back, sorry. But anyway, there's Neil and Bruna, the missionary, and they've been talking a lot. The missionary's been there for, I think it's 30 years he's been in Haiti. So he's been watching what's going on. And they're kind of figuring out that maybe she's alive still. Because he was having some mad dreams, Neil, and stuff like that. And so basically he goes to Bela Lugosi's cliff-top fortress. And he's trying to track her down. But murder has sent her to kill him. And she fails. Bruna kind of attacks her, makes her drop the knife. So then she goes back to Bela Lugosi to murder, where Neil is following her. And there's this altercation. And I think, was it Neil or Bruna knocks Legosi out. And it's kind of, he breaks the spell of the zombies that are his kind of bodyguards that he has, and they turn into lemmings and just start walking off the cliff face, which is kind of funny and unusual. But it has a slightly different effect on Madeleine. I don't know if it's because she's fresh zombie kind of thing, or the hold isn't as strong over her, but she's not running into the water, into the sea. But Legosi gets back up. There's an altercation. He falls to his death with Charles. Charles pushes him, but then he falls to his death. And that breaks the spell for Madeleine, and she's alive again, and it's happy ever after for the couple to be married. And there we go. That's our movie. I don't normally watch films from this era. Just not my sort of thing. You get people that are quite if you don't like the classics, then you're not a real horror fan and stuff like that. People just like what they like. It doesn't matter. And I appreciated this for what it was. I thought the acting, for its time, was pretty good, and I really enjoyed the facial expressions from Legosi. And like I was saying, it wasn't just the factory, the whole general creepiness of when they're outside with these zombies and stuff like that. And one picks up Charles in this carriage, and he's really creepy and eerie, and it's just really well put together. Yeah, it's an interesting incarnation of the zombie. And there's no running around tearing chunks out of people, obviously. This is not from that much later period, but this sowed a seed for many, many, many films to follow. And I really like how it was that, yeah, they're kind of like just mindless beings. I'm not quite sure, because she dies, but does she actually die, or is she just under this voodoo spell? I'm possibly leaning to think that she probably didn't die, and the zombies aren't dead. They're just under a voodoo spell, and it makes them mindless and easily controllable. So anyway, that's my review of the film. Like I said, it's very atmospheric. It looks great. The score is quite hyped at times, as the dramatic scores are back then, but it fits with the mood of the film and how everything's put together. It's a great piece of cinema for its time, and if you've not seen this, I'd recommend that you check it out. But anyway, that's the end of my review. Now I'm going to go for a run, and I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.